What a terrible song that was.
Well, it doesn't matter, Tom, because I'm going to edit it out. Oh, it's about to start again.
Let's pass that.
I'll fade us out and then back in. And we're live.
Back at The Room radio show on Pulse Media radio station. I'm your host, Tom Soper, with Josh Rigo.
I'm not a host. Tom is the only host.
Am I? Okay. Well, I have some changes. You're fired.
This is great banter.
This is great banter. We are joined today by Jack Savage, if he makes it. At the moment, he's not here. And then we should get a reply from Jack. Liam. Whether he can make it or not. He did say that he wasn't going to join us. But anyway, for our listeners and our new listeners, if you are tuning in today, we are a show that talks about film, books, games, or just any
storytelling platform.
Yes, that one.
Tom once elegantly put it.
But
if we ever get merchandise, which I very, very much doubt.
That'd be a shirt. That
be a shout.
Shirt.
A shirt. Yeah, it'd be on a shirt. Storytelling platform.
Yeah. Across all mediums.
Across all mediums and genres.
But yeah, so thank you for tuning in today.
Yep.
We'll be discussing some film-related stuff. But we got to plug a few things. First, I'll start off with our weekly competition.
First, I'll start off with this socket next to me. Listen carefully. It's on.
Get out.
So yeah, the socials.
The socials.
The socials.
So yeah, what we do each week is we have to play music because our voices do get a bit boring after a while, and people can't listen for 2 hours.
Boring is one word.
Wow.
Infuriating is another.
Yes. So what we do is we like to keep it all film themed. So what we do is we get a soundtrack from a film. We play the soundtrack. We don't tell you what the song is. We don't tell you where the film is from. And then you have to guess what film we've stolen the music from, and then if you guess it right, you get a prize.
That's an example of one song we will be playing. So maybe you can guess already, maybe not. I doubt you will.
But anyway.
Yeah, so if you guess the song, do comment on our Facebook page at the Room Pulse Media Radio Show, or tweet us at the Room Pulse. Don't use our business email at the Room Pulse at gmail.com.
It's like
God damn it.
The 20th time we've said this and you still can't get it down.
God damn that, man. I can't deal with it. So but you can contact us via that email address just stated, theroompulse@gmail.com. Nailed it. If you have any feedback, maybe you just want to. I'd check it about once every 6 months.
Yeah. If you find us offensive, don't email us.
Yeah.
We don't want to have to deal with that.
Any complaints, go directly to @QuitarHero69 on Twitter.
He's our producer, manager. He takes all the complaints.
Yeah. Speaking of snakes, this week's theme is about the biggest on-screen betrayals. Yep. I don't know where the inspiration for this episode came from.
I think we talked about it before Christmas, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we've drawn up a list of some potential shows. And
I know where it came from. We had a significant loss.
Yes.
Which wasn't really much of a loss. We just felt it was stabbing us in the back.
Yeah.
So then we wanted to move on quickly, not dwell on the past, and make a whole show about being stabbed in the back.
Yes. Oh, exciting times. Do you want to go let him in, Tom, because the door's broken?
Yeah. Should we have one song and then come back?
Yeah, I'll put this one on that I teased.
Go for it.
Got the results of the test back. I definitely have
breast cancer. Welcome.
This is a story I told Tom. I recently
have breast cancer.
Yes, but also recently for my research, I went to BBC Radio Lancashire.
I wanted last week.
Yeah, did I? I did tell you.
You definitely told us last week.
Yeah,
on air.
About the lady.
Live.
No, the lady.
Not
kept
about the
paedophilia,
but no.
Yeah. Right. They were talking about the guy.
My apologies, Tom.
Have you introduced?
You told us, but not
Jack.
now.
Shut up, Sean.
Anyway,
all right, me and Jack are here.
I'm back. As per.
You're already introduced.
But Sean's here. Look at Sean.
Yeah, we're joined by
Black 150.
He's got
baby amping.
a misspelling on his hat. This is winding me up.
It's also an album, Tom.
I mean, technically it's not. It's a correct spelling in America. It says colouring book, but obviously colour spelled American way.
It's a good album.
Anyway,
Welcome.
It's an MEP.
welcome Sean
What?
Timmings.
Isn't it a mixtape or?
No, do you mean
no,
that?
it's an album. This is an album.
I'm gonna actually see so he's missing a U.
Wagwan 15 must be the MP.
4.
Anyway, welcome back. We're gonna start off with some news.
It's been a while since we've done
The news.
I've definitely heard interesting news. I just definitely don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
In the news.
It was really good though, but unfortunately, I don't know what it was.
Let's have a look at the news.
Oh no, they've made a sequel to the first 9 Purge films called The First Purge, which is
3.
well, all of them, which is
Second one's the best one.
I agree.
Definitely. We've had this discussion before.
However, I think they're right to do what they are because I think when I watched the first one, I'm watching it and going, this isn't the way they should have gone. Genius idea, but this isn't the way they should have gone about it.
No.
We should have a little button every time you say genius.
It's my catchphrase. You should all get a catchphrase. Deal with it. The second Purge is more
Mine's bumming in an Italian.
bumming in apples. The second Purge is more of the way they should have gone about it. However, this one is called The First Purge, and if any of my viewers out there, listeners out there,
yes, your viewers
did not go to school.
Wagwan.
They only come for me, Tom. Anyway.
Maybe in pairs.
Whoa! Wait, you say
that's what you said to Operation U-Tree.
Anyway, The First Purge is about the first purge, and
is that
but isn't this prequel about how the purge came
I think
about?
that's an exclusive. Yeah, no,
I'm not. It's how the purge came to be, isn't it?
I think what they're missing with the Purge films is that it needs to just be focusing on
the after the purge. I'm with you. I'm with you in. They shouldn't explain why the purge is a thing.
It doesn't need to be. It just needs to be. The trailer they released for it was really good. The teaser. It was basically because they just announced that yesterday, and the teaser was really good because it was like you're with America, and it was loads of like patriotic shots of America, and then it said now purge with America.
Yeah, and they have that red hat.
And it was and it was the red hat, which was basically a copy of Make America Great Again. Yeah, that hat there, which we've got on screen now, which is coming out. Did that say July 4th? Because that's genius. But basically, it is July 4th, which is a very good idea because, in my opinion, The Purge is a genius idea. It just isn't used correctly. It's used like it shouldn't have been used as a horror film. Because if The Purge was real, like what would we all do?
It's not horror. It's thriller.
No, it is. The first film was classified as a horror film.
Honestly, I'd go find a bush. I'd go sit in it.
No, I'd go rob a TV.
There's one over by the car park.
There's like 15 Xbox games I want. I'd go and have them.
You wouldn't focus on killing. You just go and rob shit.
Everyone would. Nobody would murder anyone.
I definitely wouldn't kill you, Tom.
I think that is a negative.
Don't expect it. It's all right. You can sit in your house. Fine. I'm not going to come and kill you. Don't worry.
I think Tom would kill all of you. Including me.
Kill everyone. I'm not even joking.
I'd probably
help.
Yeah. I'd probably go let my neighbour's tyres down.
Yeah, but you could get away with it.
Evil shit.
I'd
probably go and
no,
I don't
they're
piss
horrible.
on the car or.
Yeah, I mean no, because they can wash that. Let the tyres down. It costs them a bit of money, but. You'd go and rob a game or something. You take some
because
take a 77-inch plasma.
You're
LED
only out there robbing a
curved
game.
TV.
There's people out there
somebody else is
just murder.
Yeah, no, because so you go to the shop, you steal the TV,
and you get killed.
And then on the way home, somebody mugs you for the TV.
I kill him. It's Purge.
No, but do you want to be the guy that goes to the shop?
Go to the store that I got the TV from anyway.
Is that what you'd say to him?
Yeah, I'm like, what's
give
the
me
point?
a TV.
Give me your TV. I'm like, why don't you just go get your own?
Okay,
because he can't be bothered going town.
So Jack's walked into town, walked through.
What? I've got a car, so I've driven.
You've driven.
But his car's been stolen whilst he's
right. So I've walked.
You drove into town, walked into town, threw a brick through the window, went in,
got
your TV. Shut your fucking mouth. You're on your way home. You're on your way home with the TV. You get to the corner of your street. There's a guy waiting there, mugs you.
I've seen where Jack lives. There's no way there's somebody going to mug him on the corner of the street.
I've seen where he lives. But if you know that the purge is going on, you know Jack's just announced that if a purge happens, he's going to rob a TV. You're going to wait
It's a
on
good
Jack's
point.
corner
It would
and you're going to
definitely
steal
rob a TV.
Jack's TV
Good
from
point.
Jack.
Good point.
No, but it isn't robbery because it's legal.
Well, okay, it's not a robbery.
So
it's,
I'd just take this TV at my free will.
you
You
just
bet-
take our
you best-
TV.
And this man would take this TV at his free will from me.
The
because
best
it's legal.
option then
Yeah,
is
but
to
I'd be-
2 TVs, one for you and
Genius.
one for
Genius.
But
So,
if,
yeah,
if
so I'll be
you
like,
have 2
"Hey, you
TVs,
arsehole."
the guy isn't going to come up to you and rob you and go, I'll only take
What
one.
if he's a nice man?
What if you beat him to it
Easy.
and you're like, I got this for you, and he's like,
Well, no, because
cheers.
you're not going to walk up to some random guy and say, "Purge
I
is
got
going
this
on.
just
you
for
know
you."
what, I'm going to be kind.
Don't kill
Here's a
me.
TV.
Take this TV.
I
Or he
think
can
it-
kill
that'd
you and
work.
take both.
What are you going to
That'd
do?
work.
Where's the second one?
I'm sticking to my
what have
bush
you done with the
tactics.
second one?
Bush? You just get in a bush.
I get in a bush.
Why would you just stay in your house?
Because people are more likely to kill you in your house.
But you're in a bush.
Yeah.
What if people walk
have you ever
past that
played
bush?
Fortnite? How often do you check bushes, mate?
I check bushes. I won Fortnite.
Oh, big lad.
So
Bloody hell.
here we go.
Sorry.
I check bushes.
Right.
Thank you.
Let's move on. In the news!
Ant-Man and the Wasp had a new trailer. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's a good trailer.
Looks good.
I didn't watch it.
It's went from more of a 80s sort of... It went from more of a heist to an 80s film, which looks good.
There's lots of pop culture references, isn't there?
Yeah, I feel I'm going to
Hot
enjoy
Wheels
this one.
film.
I didn't really enjoy the last one because it felt too much like there was Edgar Wright in there.
But not enough.
Yeah. It's like they kept Edgar Wright, but it wasn't Edgar Wright.
Yeah. It's like students trying to do Edgar Wright.
Yeah, it was like they were trying to be him, and it just wasn't right.
God damn it.
Along with that, in the news, Kevin Feige might be leaving after Phase 3.
Kevin
After what?
Feige.
Feige.
Kevin Feige.
Feige, whatever.
It's Feige.
Is it
I
Feige?
thought it was Feige.
And after, leaving
What a
after
name.
what?
Anyway, he might be leaving after Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Don't care. It's doing a bit of a shit.
I think
doesn't it?
everyone's leaving after Phase. I think the
Yeah.
new phase is
So,
just ushering in a new generation. Isn't
So
it?
yeah, it's going into Phase 3 after
I was about to say-
Avengers 4. It'll go
Yeah,
into
Because
Phase 4,
apparently
which will
I heard. Because in terms of Black Panther, sorry, go on, finish that.
be it'll be in the new Avengers. So that'll be Captain Marvel, Guardians will lead, and it's going into.
Why are you saying no? Is that because a woman leads it, Tom?
No.
Is that why?
It's the problem.
Oh, wait, we established last
I'm
week.
all
Right,
for
let me-
it. I'm
Freelance.
all for the
He's
original
a great
Avengers.
actor.
Let me finish.
I just want Iron
I'm
Man.
Let me
all-
finish. So they're going into Phase 4, which will be cosmic, led by the Guardians. It'll be mostly out there, but what Kevin Feige said in the interview in the past couple of days is that the new Fox assets, so
The X-Men,
the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, he didn't know that deal was going on, so he hasn't planned for any of that.
yeah.
More than likely, they've planned Phase 4, but he also said that Spider-Man will not be joining the MCU, and then he appeared in he appeared in Civil War.
Oh.
Then as soon as he appeared in Civil War, he had
got
a
his
film
own
coming
So,
out the year
are you
later.
calling him a liar or saying that he doesn't
Are
know
you
what's going
saying
on?
Kevin Feige hates everything,
I'm saying it's a gobshite.
Especially the gays,
especially the gays?
Not saying
Basically,
that.
right?
which we don't hate.
But what I'm saying
We
is,
love and hate everyone.
Are you saying you're gay, son? Is that what you're saying? You love the gays?
what I'm saying is,
Of course he's gay.
I mean, my family.
Of course he hates
is
the
part of
gays.
gay,
Loves
so
the
of course
gays.
I love him.
True. It's true.
Kevin Feige has, as much as you hate or like the Marvel films, he has
I think they're brilliant.
He has done a great job over the last 10 years.
I
Coming from
think-
Jon Favreau, from Iron Man 1 to now,
Well,
Kevin Feige has done a great job. Up until Avengers 4, who would you want to take over to carry on
What
the
director
Marvel Cinematic
wise?
Universe? So you think in...
Who would
Phase-
I want to carry the
No, not
the
director. I think showrunner. Like creative head
Kevin
of the
Smith.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith's more DC at this point. No, he's wrote DC
He's a
comics.
comic book fan.
He's wrote DC comics. He's helped on DC films.
If it wasn't for recent work, and it was like back when Watchmen came out, I'd say Zack Snyder.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's
but-
ruined
yeah,
everything.
he's
He's
ruined
ruined my
everything.
life.
It's
You
just gone
think you're
downhill.
gonna hold? A lot of what I've seen in
That's probably what
interviews and
DC
stuff, they've
thought.
said that they have to. What you're gonna have to do with Phase 4 is completely reset.
Yeah,
You're,
definitely.
they're appealing to a new audience.
I mean, Iron Man. I imagine what they're gonna do is just keep those people sort of on contract, and they appear every now and again.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be Captain Marvel.
Somebody
and
burping into a mic.
no.
Is that somebody's belly?
See, I heard that because Black Panther obviously is the latest installment of the Marvel universe, I heard it's very, very good.
Yeah.
And apparently it's got 2 after credit scenes, and only one of them sets up the MCU after the Avengers.
First Avengers, first Infinity War comes out in May, then Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out 3 months after.
But obviously Ant-Man will be in Infinity War.
But it has not been announced if Ant-Man and the Wasp is set before.
I think it's set
after.
No, because it's set after Civil War. So I think it's set. I think it's set between Civil War and Infinity War.
Yeah, from what I've seen on the trailer,
I'd imagine.
I assume that's what.
That's what the trailer gives away.
But up until now, I think most of the Marvel films have been in chronological order.
But yeah.
Mostly.
I mean, they are. They always are.
Apart from.
I think that because the thing is, this
more or less chronological.
Isn't
jumped back
Black Panther set after?
It's set after Civil War, but before Infinity War, which is what it is.
No, well, the film it'd probably be the same time as.
Because the only one.
It doesn't matter much anyway. Because like they say, have you seen? I think it was for Infinity War before Thor Ragnarok came out. Thor had his hammer, and he had his eyes, and then. After it came out, the new trailer.
He changed the trailer, yeah, but that was to not give anything away, obviously.
So
because I was telling my dad that he needed to go watching Ragnarok before he watched the new Infinity War trailer, because obviously, spoilers. If you've not seen Ragnarok yet,
still haven't seen.
Spoilers, Sean.
Thank
but
you. I already know what happens.
Thor loses his eye.
It's really good, actually.
It's a very good film. But Thor loses his hammer.
I love Taco Heat.
Spoilers.
Spoilers! Right, let's move on. We spent too long on this.
Anyway,
quickly.
I like this piece of advice you're thinking up because it says here that Cloverfield 4...
In the news! Can we play a song?
No.
Play a song!
No, Tom. Cloverfield 4, it says here, takes place in World War II and has already finished filming. Now, I saw this a few days ago, but only because I've been reading about Cloverfield 3. And Cloverfield...
Is Cloverfield 3 the film that was coming out this month?
Yeah, no, it's coming out very soon, but it's coming allegedly straight to Netflix.
It isn't. From what I've heard, it was supposed to have a theatrical release in January. And
however,
they pushed it back till May, and there hasn't been a trailer, there hasn't been a name announcement, it's just Cloverfield.
And I think Cloverfield...
It's called Good Parcel, apparently.
I absolutely adore the Cloverfield franchise for what it is at the minute, because... this is the only franchise that I've ever seen that is just really secretive about his films for some reason.
For
me, I love it. I really like it. Like, I just like not knowing anything about a film and then just releasing.
For me, this isn't a franchise. This isn't a franchise. This is... Because 21 Cloverfield Lane wasn't...
He's in my opinion, was one of the best films of the year.
Great film. Wasn't a Cloverfield film. It was a film,
it wasn't.
They attached Cloverfield onto it. That doesn't make it a franchise.
There's two Cloverfield films in the franchise. So what do you now associate as a Cloverfield film? Do you associate the first one, which is a handheld found footage horror, or do you associate this thriller sort of horror style? Because I remember watching that film and saying to my dad, I said, I think it'd be brilliant if Cloverfield was the first sort of franchise to make a series of films and every film be a different genre of film.
Yeah, like Black Mirror style.
Yeah, because films don't do that. Films do not do this. And I remember saying to him, because at the end of 10 Cloverfield Lane, spoilers if you're not seeing it, Mary Elizabeth Winstead is driving towards the city where there's a big war going on.
So for me, 10 Cloverfield Lane, that was a great film.
I loved it.
Up until I felt like they filmed that whole film and then that last scene, that last 10 minutes.
Damien Chazelle's writing credits on that.
Yeah, and none of them knew it was a Cloverfield film when they were making it.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing for that. I think that not really.
I thought the end was very good because I thought that's what it deserved.
For me, it doesn't matter if it's part of this universe or not on its own. It's a good film.
Yeah.
It does, but for me,
I think it's a better film than the first one.
The new film is about paratroopers dropping in on D-Day into a supernatural Nazi.
No, this is the
village.
Fourth one. This is the fourth one.
Sorry.
We haven't had the third one yet.
So there's nothing about the third one out there, but we know what the fourth one's going to be.
We know that the fourth one's set in World War II, apparently.
Starring Matt
but
Palmer.
Nobody knows at all what the third one is. And it's supposed to come to Netflix in the next few months, but nobody knows what it is.
The film starring Matt Palmer here.
Matt Palmer,
yeah.
But I really appreciate the Cloverfield franchise. Yeah, purely on the basis that it's the only franchise I've ever seen where I don't have a clue what's happening, and I really like that. I just like because I know I'm going to watch it.
I like the first one, mainly Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. What?
He's not in it.
No, it's not Shia LaBeouf.
No.
Who's the other guy?
It's the guy who plays the bartender in Deadpool.
TJ Miller.
TJ. I was trying to think of it.
I have no idea.
Yeah, the first one, they're just running away from. The best thing about Cloverfield is in the first one, they're running away from an unknown monster, right? You see very, very briefly in like one frame this giant monster that's attacking the town.
For that is a lot of the movie details subreddit where people have gone back and watched it and say if you look in the first 30 seconds you see the asteroid fall, that's the monster. If you see it like 30-minute mark, you see the monster in the background. It's a lot of like rewatching to
sure,
find
so
stories.
that's rewatching, sure. But the second one, the monster is John Goodman in that film.
Yeah.
But then it turns bizarrely into a Cloverfield film in the last 10 minutes, which I adored about that film. I thought it was brilliant because I'm like,
that's my problem.
I was like, I knew it was a Cloverfield film because it's called 10 Cloverfield Lane when I'm watching it. But I genuinely, for a while, believed that John Goodman was right. I thought, you know what? I bet he did save a life. And then I went, oh, no, I probably did rape that woman.
No,
I was like, oh, dear.
I think 10 Cloverfield Lane would have been a great film without that at the end. I feel like that's a studio thing that they've tagged on the end to try and make a franchise, because that came out when franchises were just trying to be a thing, when the DCEU was trying to come out, when the Dark Universe was trying to come out. This is when everybody's seen that Marvel had a franchise and Marvel were making a ton of money. But
I think Cloverfield's different in the sense that it doesn't advertise its films and does really well. 10 Cloverfield Lane was always
its films. It's had two films.
But the advertisement, even for Cloverfield 1, was the original trailer, which I actually still to this day remember seeing in the cinema, was the Statue of Liberty's head rolling along the New York streets.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what this is, but I like it. I'm in. Like 8-year-old me was like, I'm in, lads.
That's what I thought Dunkirk was going to do. You know, their first ever trailer was just them on the
which
bridge.
Was like, yeah, and
playing,
getting
that.
Yeah, Tom, I really agree with that statement.
Yeah, I think that's a great point that you just made.
Agree.
Yeah.
Very beautifully.
So good, I'm going to say it again.
No.
So eloquently put.
But yeah, when Dunkirk had the first trailer,
he's saying that again.
Put it back. I hate you.
He hates him.
So
Tom's got one earphone on.
Is Dunkirk an adaptation?
Yes. Like, it's not of this again. We just had this argument for genuinely.
It's a documentary.
Like an hour long.
Do you not know that Harry Styles' granddad?
Why would it be an adaptation?
Everyone's granddad did.
Sorry?
Right.
Why would it be an adaptation?
Because
let's not. Let's not.
We just talked about Cloverfield for the past.
No, because we've just had this debate for like an hour in the pub with Gregor.
Go on.
Hi, doggy.
The betrayal of a man.
Speaking of betrayal.
In the name.
Welcome to the new.
This segment's called.
Welcome to this theme.
Fit the theme. So.
The theme.
Yeah. Go.
This segment fit the theme.
This week we're talking about biggest on-screen betrayals.
As you do.
Yeah.
So we'll just get into it. We've got like a top 5 and some honourable mentions each, I assume.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Yep. Sean planned ahead.
Yeah.
So how should we do this? Should we go one by one, or should we do one?
I think we do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah.
Well, contrary to that, I think we should
I
go
like
1,
that.
2.
I liked that idea.
1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, and then a 4, 4, 2.
I think we should play a 4, 4, 2.
Do you reckon we do a 3, 2, 2?
5 rounds, or go
A, B, C, D.
5 bullets.
Yeah. I'm with you.
5 chambers. Right, 1
so
bullet,
basically,
5 changes.
You shoot me, I'll shoot you.
Right, yeah.
Alright, I'm in.
Right.
Okay. Should we start with
my first one up is gone for a bit of a cheeky one. I've actually got 2 films here, but they're about the same subject.
Well, that's not what I asked for.
Shut your mouth, Jack. I'm a maverick. I'll do what I want.
You're a maverick?
Be a maverick.
Be a maverick.
Be a maverick.
Be a maverick. Low gang for life.
Yes. Be my goose.
You updated on the news will know that reference.
Yes.
Be a maverick.
Jesus Christ. Alright, go on, Rigo. What have you got?
It's the greatest story ever told. That's the name of the film.
Alright.
And The Passion of the Christ.
Oh, Judas.
Judas.
You can't. I mean,
Judas is.
It
Granted,
is.
Are you going
but
to tell me that Judas didn't
is-
screw over our boy Jesus?
he is one of the best betrayals of all time. But I think limiting to a best on-screen
I
betrayal,
was about to say, yeah, like
Judas.
Nah.
Yeah, he did.
I think.
I mean, on-screen technically he did,
I think
but I think also in historical terms.
to come off Passion of the Christ, I think Cypher in the Matrix was just like Judas in the.
I'm pretty
in
sure
the
that's probably
Matrix
how they
films.
wrote it.
Yeah,
Judas in the Matrix films.
Yeah, so Cypher acted as Judas, whereas Neo acted as Jesus Christ, and he betrayed him.
So what you're telling me is the Wachowskis plagiarized the Bible?
Exactly.
Basically, the Matrix is the story
No.
of Jesus Christ.
The Wachowskis adapted the Bible.
Oh, yeah, this is the key
Mavericks.
word. Yeah.
We're going for life.
All right. Okay. So
Be
you're
aware about suicide, people.
Be here tomorrow.
Get a new haircut.
Unless you
don't
like
go
your
to
hair.
a forest.
Well,
Be a savage.
forest can be nice. It don't be me.
Right. Anyone want to go next?
You.
All right. Okay. I mean, mine are not in particularly any order. Don't you dare turn down my volume. I swear to God.
I'm not joking.
Oh my God.
Civil War. Cap and Iron Man.
Is that a betrayal?
Oh,
That
that's
is a
not
betrayal.
that's a cop out.
Who is the betrayal?
Cap.
Who is the betrayalist?
Cap is the betrayal?
He is.
How's he betraying?
He's-
No, because he's staying loyal to his
Nah.
boy Bucky.
No, it's not really a betrayal. It's just like friends fight. No, I would go with.
If you and
I'm gonna
Sean
do
fell
this.
out, I'd back Sean.
I'd
It
say-
wouldn't mean I'd betray you. I just like Sean.
I'd say Bucky.
Tom's gonna go
I
home
was
and
going
he's
to
gonna
say
cry.
Bucky, but
I
then
think- yeah,
it's
Bucky
like he's
was
brainwashed. So is it a betrayal? Is it
No,
not?
I don't think that's a betrayal. I think he's just
No.
he's a communist pig.
To be fair, he did fall off the train. I'd be
He
sorry
did?
if I fell off
I'd
the
be sorry if my
he lost
mate
an arm.
pushed me off a train and he lost an arm.
But anyway, let's get rid of that one. I'm going to go with
That wasn't bad.
and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh well, this is the first of many
Well, can you
Star
say-
Wars, I assume.
Look like Bucky. Was he brainwashed? Could you? The dark side did. You know.
Well, we
Got
got
hold
on
of
this.
him.
Nah, he just
I
want
like
he
it.
just wanted his bird alive.
I think it's the best betrayal
Not having it.
because
That
of
really
the
worked
way
out.
they linked one sentence from the originals to the prequels about how like Obi-Wan Kenobi died alongside your father or whatever like that. And at the moment where like Obi-Wan basically mutilated Anakin,
Yep.
Obi-Wan died and became Ben. So did Anakin and became Vader. It's just like they were so
Is there
entwined.
any reason
with
why
the
he's actually
Force.
called Ben?
Just maybe he
know.
likes the name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, no.
Ben, yeah.
Kylo Ren's called Ben, isn't he?
Ben. Yeah, but there's no relevance to that because
Ben Solo, because Ben Solo, Ben Kenobi.
yeah, but when the original film was made in '77, there was no backstory to
No,
it
there
then,
wasn't.
so he was just like, oh, I like the name
But
Ben.
Leia barely knew Obi-Wan Kenobi, and neither did Han.
I'd
Yeah,
like to see the
but-
backstory on how she knew of Obi-Wan. Oh no, it's because of her dad, wasn't it? Because
yeah,
of
a dad and
My dad was.
an Obi were
Yeah,
hitting it
yeah,
large,
yeah,
weren't
well,
they, back in the Old Republic.
they were.
Eating
It was
peaches.
basically
hitting
call
up
me.
the canteen every Friday night,
it-
pulling some
it was-
mad gorgons.
It was basically Call Me by
The
Your Name with
Gorgons are
Bail Organa and Ben Kenobi.
The Gorgons are from
Toy soldiers.
The Gorgons.
What a sick villain.
Gorgonite scum.
Medusa's a Gorgon. isn't
Speaking
she?
of toy soldier, next week's film will be next week's theme will be so bad they're good.
Yeah.
And we've
Oh,
already-
Whoa! We're not classing.
No,
This will just be an argument. We're not classing toy soldiers in so bad they're good.
Okay. Right. Moving on, Jack.
My little toaster.
So I
My
mean,
little toaster.
Sean.
I didn't technically make notes. However, I've seen lots of films. So
Someone's
I was gonna just go with like loads of Star Wars excuses, like
Lando.
well, Lando, basically. But Lando's a good point. But
Yeah, I considered him, but he came good.
he basically turns up, and then you're like, why is he even a good guy? He's in it for 1 minute before he betrays him. So
And then
there's
wears
no
Han's
point.
clothes.
You'll find out.
And
in
then
May.
where's Han clothes?
Wears
It's
his
really
clothes.
weird.
Takes his ship and
It's
wears his
really
clothes.
weird.
It is very
It
weird.
You'll
is
find
weird.
out in May.
However, yeah, we will. However, I think I'll go for something like the betrayal of in Gladiator.
Oh, yeah.
His bird, the Emperor's sister, betrays him at the because he's basically in Gladiator. Spoilers if you've not seen it, great film.
Wants to have sex with his sister.
He's about to escape and run away with all his gladiator mates, and he's planned this whole plot out with the Emperor's sister, who's also the Emperor's bird, because it's weird.
Pifting.
And, and then basically, the Emperor goes, I'll kill your kid if you don't tell me. So she tells him. And the Emperor then kills Christian Slater, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
And then stabs Russell Crowe, has a fight with him, and then basically kills Russell Crowe. So it's a very sad film, but it's all stemmed because the Emperor's bird betrays Russell Crowe.
You could also say that she betrays the law of man and the law of God by
you can, but that's gay. So basically, yeah. So
but are we doing just movies or are we doing TVs?
Just movies.
I've got one TV.
All right. Well, apparently we're doing TV. We're betraying our morals. That's what we're doing.
Well, we are
biggest betrayed,
as Tom so elegantly puts each week. But you're never here on time.
That's a good point.
This is a storytelling platform.
That's a good point.
Film, TV.
I missed the first few minutes every time by accident. I was busy in a pub.
Do you have an intro now?
Basically,
well, he just says storytelling platform. He's basically Wesley. We saw him earlier.
Yeah, we even talked about merch today.
He exists.
Did we see Wesley?
Yeah, he was next to Temp. You know when Greg was like, "Hey, Temp."
Was he?
Yeah.
So he said hi to one, but not the other.
That was not Wesley.
No, it was. Greg was like, "Quick, look over there, the guy in the hat, school shooter." We were like, "What?" We turned around and we were like, "Oh my god, it's Wesley."
Why?
No,
I mean,
you weren't there, Sean. You'd gone. You'd taken your dart fruits and gone.
It's a bit ironic for Greg.
Speaking of the devil.
Jacket, but...
Yeah. Well, betrayal is.
Are you talking about?
Not Tim, just walking.
Don't go in the gender neutral toilet. I need that. I'm not allowed in there. There's a woman in there now.
Moving on, Sean,
go on.
Oh, back to me. Hold on, one sec.
What did you even do?
Lando.
Oh, he's copied that. I told him about it.
He doesn't even know what we're doing.
I had 5 minutes to prepare.
He's not even a fan of Star Wars.
It's okay. It's alright. If we're going like betrayal.
We don't know Lando's backstory. Maybe he had a family to support.
How about
Lando is the second only black person in the galaxy. Right, this is how bad the Star Wars universe is, right? Genuinely.
I mean, I have one.
There are fan theories that John Boyega is Lando's kid just because he's black. That's how little black people are in the universe. There's aliens and nobody... Oh yeah, Mace Windu. Good point. Well, you've just debunked my entire theory. As you were, Sean.
Yeah, so if we're doing TV as well, I'd say Zuko's father in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Not saying it.
Yeah, I'm by myself here. Yeah, but
nah.
That's the only one I can get.
It's a good one.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I haven't got anything, Tom. Do you want to go back to you?
Yeah, sure. Watchmen. Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, I can't.
I'm in the coconut.
I'd be surprised if anyone's got the film yet, but you could get it off that song. You wouldn't have got it off the first one, but you might get it off that.
Yeah, it was a fantastic point, Tom.
Guardians.
Well, it's a good point. I enjoyed that point you made, Tom, over the break.
Right, so we've all named one now.
Yeah, Tom done in the book.
Right, my next one.
Tom did like 7 whilst you were gone. It was really impressive.
So he just keeps
I've got another one, another double header because it's 2 different films about the same topic again. It's The Great Escape and Chicken Run.
So, Great Escape. Who betrays who?
Nazis betray the Geneva Convention when they shoot all the soldiers at the end.
I mean,
they betrayed not only...
Is the Geneva Convention a character in that film?
Do you have to betray a physical person?
Well, I mean, it's taking it deep.
They betray the Geneva Convention.
You're right, they do. It's a war crime when they murder all those innocent prisoners.
And in Chicken Run, there's no Geneva Convention.
They betray the pies.
Rooster betrays the gangs by lying to him, telling him he can fly and he can't, and then he runs off without him. But he does come back.
Oh yeah,
that's not a betrayal.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
He is.
Does he come back?
He comes back.
Oh yeah,
he does come back. Yeah, but Lando comes back.
No, it's no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I give you that.
It's a bit. Point you turn against them. You don't just let them down.
No. But
he turned up and was like, "I can fly. I'm going to get us out of here."
All betrayals. Yeah. In all films, a betrayal usually leads to a realization of heroism and turns to good. Same with Gladiator. At the end, she's like, "Oh,
are you telling me that the Nazis turn good in The Great Escape?"
No.
Yeah.
I mean, good
did
point.
No. Is Germany not okay now?
I mean, now.
Just compare the Germans to the Nazis. They're very different people.
Good point.
Are they?
Yeah.
Good point. All right, so I think we're up to Tom. Will he get his statement in? Who knows? Who knows?
Just repeat what you said in the break.
It's exciting.
I will.
Here we go. I think his mic's off. It's genius.
Yeah, it's on. It's on. It's on.
All right, go on, Tom.
It's a bit squeaky.
I'm watching Josh's hand now.
Here we go. Everyone listen
Don't do it.
carefully. Here we go.
Don't do it.
No.
Hold your hands up in the air.
All right, Tom clearly isn't going to make his
No,
statement
because every
today.
time I talk,
All right, Jack,
Josh turns it down.
Jack, just tell us yours.
So my second.
No one is safe. No, I'm joking.
I think I'm safe. Yeah. My second nomination in this situation is the film 300. The whole plot of the film is a huge turning point when the man, who I can only describe as an invalid.
Hey, it's not his fault that he's special needs and they refuse to let him join the club.
Who I can only
that is discrimination.
I can only describe as
I'm not
special
sure you can
needs.
say that because he's a real life person and he genuinely was disabled.
Refused to join the club.
You're calling him an invalid, alright.
Who I can only describe as an invalid.
You could describe him as a disabled person.
Who I can only describe as a disabled person. Betrays.
He's probably gay and all.
Why am I here?
Betrays the king Leonidas.
Because you're a maverick.
Tells the king of Persia where Leonidas is going to be, and destroys all his tactics, which leads to getting Leonidas and the 300 killed.
What about the
is one of the biggest betrayals in film. Again, Tom mentioned him earlier, Zack Snyder, one of the best films ever made, I think. Watchmen, Zack Snyder. However, he's gone a bit crap since he made. I liked Man of Steel, but Batman vs Superman.
His views went down.
Yeah. But Batman Superman was absolutely just
not
good.
Balling.
So that's my kick in for number whatever.
Along with the Zack Snyder scene.
Well, you can't go along with it. You got to come up with your own idea.
No,
Tom.
I am.
No,
yeah,
alright, fair enough.
Full like
my
second one. Before Josh bloody does what he's about to do is Watchmen with Rorschach and Dr. Manhattan. That broke me.
Sad times.
He had to,
how can you kill Rorschach?
I
Spoilers.
Don't know. I really don't know.
It was like why
person that you could ever imagine, and like
the best character in that film, and they were like, you know what, we'll just kill you.
He's for people who haven't seen it.
Forgive me.
Spoilers. He's this person who is a bit of a
village peeper.
YMCA.
You know, he solves crime. He punishes those who.
He doesn't really solve crime. He just sort of murders criminals.
Pretty much, yeah. He just kills like criminals. It's a bit like a Dexter thing, but not for his own weird game. But anyway, he finds out the whole truth behind this mass genocide of like New York, and he's adamant that he's going to let the world know because it's not fair. There needs to be justice, and in order to stop him from doing that and to keep the world from destroying itself, Dr. Manhattan has to kill Rorschach, otherwise there will be World War III.
Be a maverick.
Essentially, yeah.
Can we
was a maverick.
Can we introduce a new segment on this where every time we talk about the betrayal person, we have to have a similar debate about whether they are a maverick or not?
No.
We can characterize them as
maybe
Low Gang or Jake Paulers.
Are they standing out? Are they being unique? Are they not following the crowd? They are a maverick.
Are they all about the respect?
Sean, did you just Google top 10 betrayals? Because the first two are the first article I found of Judas and Cypher.
Yeah, but I've also found another article. This is top 50, so come at me.
And then Lando, genius.
Right, go on, Sean. Hit us off with number 3 on the top 50.
So the name of this podcast is The Room, based on the cult classic The Room. So my next betrayal is...
No, it's not.
The Room.
No, we're not named after that. Never even seen that film.
No, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
My betrayal is from the cult classic film The Room. Where
who's betraying who, though?
Johnny discovers a tape on which his girlfriend Lisa and his friend Mark have a rather intimate conversation.
Sean's reading this off his phone.
No, I'm not.
Phones haven't even been invented in this universe.
Argue that point.
Yeah, I think Tommy definitely is a maverick.
Yeah, I think Mark's more of Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark's definitely Jake Paul, and Tommy is definitely.
You could tell he was buying that God Church merch.
Yeah. He definitely went. Yeah. Definitely went to LoganPaul.com/shop.
But what about Lisa? Huh? What about Lisa? Is she also in this?
No, she's a Jake Paul. She's definitely a Jake Paul.
I'm sorry, but I'm jumping. I've just remembered the greatest betrayal in any film.
Wait.
The greatest betrayal.
Oh.
Use it for your third.
All right, go on, Regal.
Ooh.
Right, Regal. We'll move on to you. I can't.
I've already
wait.
had mine.
No, we're on to 2.
Yeah, no, you're
I've done 2. I did the Passion of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's the third.
That's a good point. All
well,
right.
You're doing 2 at a time. We're doing 1 at a time.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, are you calling a fool? I mean,
can we skip you?
I'm going to put a song on now, Tom. I can either put the song on now or during your speech.
Do it during Tom's speech. It's funny.
Do not do it during my speech. The joke is old.
Apologise.
Joke is old.
Joke is never
Might be old, but it's still funny.
like there's no.
You none.
Hey, there's no old funny comedians.
Cue that music.
You thought I didn't see you now, didn't you?
I cannot tell you. It's confidential.
Oh, come on. Why not?
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life?
Terrible. So, Rigo, I think it was you. No, was it Tom? Oh,
No, it's Rigo next.
Rigo's reading something. He doesn't know.
Yeah, it's my turn. I got a couple of. I've gone for some left field ones.
Good.
But this one was the first one that jumped out at me, and I have absolutely no reason whatsoever why. GoldenEye with Sean Bean.
Oh, traitor! He's a traitor.
Yeah,
he's a British traitor, and he deserves the death he has.
I don't know why, but that was the first one. I think it's to do with the fact that the entirety of that film,
traitor.
Pierce Brosnan's like trying to
best mates with him. He's
trying to work out who betrayed him and got Sean Bean killed.
And
it turns out it was Sean Bean got himself killed.
At the start of the film, he's like, wow, Sean Bean, I'll never be as good as you, Sean Bean, 006. Wow, Sean Bean, 006. And then he died.
He just typed in Golden Bean.
He's in the logo.
Spoilers, again, obviously.
He's also a betrayalist in National Treasure.
Well, Sean Bean is just an evil man.
Just a bit of a...
He betrays Frodo in Fellowship of the Ring by trying to take the ring off him. Basically, Sean Bean, if you want to hire someone who's going to betray people, just hire Sean Bean. He doesn't betray anyone.
No, Sean Bean once got stabbed in a bar fight, and then rather than go to the hospital, bought everybody a pint.
He's an absolute madman. He is an absolute madman.
I wish I was that cool.
But yeah, GoldenEye.
Yeah. So for anybody who's not familiar with it,
I think it's Pierce Brosnan's best of his bad films.
I think it's probably one of the better Pierce Brosnan era ones.
It is. Of all the bad Pierce Brosnan films, which is all of them, GoldenEye I think is the best.
I don't think it's as that bad.
No, neither
not
do
like
I.
I
still think it's better. I think it's better than like Spectre or Quantum of Solace, which are terrible films.
It's probably got the fittest bird in all of the films.
Because I wasn't a huge fan of Casino Royale though.
Oh no, I think Casino Royale is the best Bond film.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's the best Bond theme, and I think it's the best Bond film.
She's unreal.
I think Sean Connery is the best Bond actor because he's got the most consistently good films.
Sean Connery Bond film.
But I think Casino Royale is the best.
All Bond films are different though, aren't they?
They are. Yeah. And it's what's very good about the franchise.
I think Kingsman is a better Bond film than any of the.
I can see that. I'm with you on that.
Films, Kingsman is a better film.
I'm with you on that. I can solidly get behind that as the best Bond film.
Betrayal.
Go on.
Kingsman.
Kingsman, yeah. Michael Caine in Kingsman.
Yeah. Or in the second one, you got
Mr. Flipping Game of Thrones Squashy McSquasherson.
He betrays.
He's named after alcohol, isn't he?
He betrays
named after
the lad culture by failing to do his mission and therefore failing to
get gets shot in the face, but he's not dead because they have this magic thing.
So yeah, I just went with this one. It's rare that you see James Bond working in a two-piece.
I like your left field choice because I wouldn't have even remembered about Sean Bean betraying everyone in that.
But yeah, I think it's because the entire film you feel bad for him because you love Sean Bean. Who doesn't love Sean Bean? He's a nice guy.
He's just a northern bloke.
And he gets shot in the face in the first 10 minutes of the film.
Doesn't he get crushed by a rock as well though?
No, he gets crushed by some scaffolding at the end.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh,
Spoiler.
is that the very end?
Yeah, at the beginning they're all in a military
facility.
facility.
Getting crushed. I thought that was the very beginning because I thought the military facility collapsed on them, which is why he had to
It blows up.
Yeah.
And he gets a burn on his face, but because that's how you know he's gone bad.
Yeah, you see.
So there's like an AK. He's got there with an AK-47 around the shelf or around the corner of some shelving, and he's like, Alec. And then he looks around the corner, and Alec's just on the floor with a gun to his head, and then they just pop him, and he's like,
Alec, no. You know who never betrays him?
Actually, you could say
Felix Leiter.
You could say that Piers betrays Shaun because he gives him the chance to come out at the count of 3, and he doesn't. He just lets him get shot in the head.
Good point.
To Sean Bean's defence, he does say.
So, what was your second left of field choice? You said you had 2 left of field choices.
Oh, I think I've got quite a few left of field choices.
All right. Well, we'll move to Tom because I'm sure we'll all run out of things.
That wasn't one of the ones that I was thinking was left of field.
I'm excited.
It's more about betrayals against something other than a person that are my left of field ones.
Well,
against an ideology.
See, you've gone for edge. We've just gone for like sick betrayals.
Yeah.
Right, Tom's next.
Sick betrayal.
Sick betrayals, lads.
That was totally gnarly.
Totally betrayally.
That's so gnarly, dude.
Josh, don't do it. I can see everything you're doing on the screen.
I was busy talking. I'm queuing this up later, man.
Bugger off, I.
Bugger off, I. Right, go on, Tom.
I'm gonna break away from the film. I know we're doing films, but this one is.
This is about my mother.
My mother betrayed me.
Game of Thrones, The Night's Watch, and
God, Game of Thrones. Where do you want to start, man? We could do an entire episode on betrayals.
Yeah, okay, you could do that. But
however,
the one that was genuinely,
I give you that,
the best betrayal because I did not see it coming, and it broke me when I saw it. Was just literally Jon Snow. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, then you're an idiot.
If you haven't seen it, catch up, you pieces of poo.
No, I haven't seen it.
Catch up, you
but
piece of poo.
But do you know what happens?
No, I don't want to know what happens.
It's like a gangbang with Jon Snow right in the middle.
Tom, please
with knives.
I'm going to say it anyway.
I don't want to... Tom, I haven't seen it. I want to watch it.
Don't worry, Sean. I'll
colour
got
correctly, and then I'll consider not spoiling it.
Turn the wrong one off.
Tom, please.
So, Tom's mic's off. I'll move on to me. So, yeah, Tom's was a valid point. However, I remembered the greatest betrayal in film history.
Come on, don't let's behave yourself. Or else it'll be like...
Stop ganging up on me!
Yes. Something playing? Oh, sorry.
Apologies.
Go on, Tom. What are you saying?
Fucking love when you do the jokes.
Excuse me, what was that language?
To get to it, you plan so much, and then you. When Josh goes, "Hey, on a minute, wait," and you're there waiting in silence, and it's just playing Josh going, "Now."
10 out of 10. The mics are still on.
I know. I did halfway through. I saw the levels. I was like, oh,
the levels. It was terribly tubular.
You need to play that soundbite again.
Terribly tubular, dude.
So basically, yeah. So
I was like,
I'm actually intrigued. Go on, Jack. What is your biggest betrayal?
The best betrayal in film? What was that?
Yeah, in film history.
That was my phone. The best betrayal in film history. If you don't cry, right, you have no soul.
Is it
Lion
the
King?
guy in Indiana Jones 4 where he betrays Indy?
No.
And then doesn't. And then betrays him, and then doesn't.
Order 66.
Oh, nah.
The best betrayal.
Because it's not betrayal.
They kill all the Jedi.
It's not betrayal.
They do. It's betrayal.
It's a guy undercover being a super spy who then kills
all the clones aren't undercover. They're just mates of the Jedi.
No, but they are.
Commander Cody is Obi-Wan's.
No.
No. Commander Cody is Obi-Wan's best friend, right? But as soon as he's like, Palpatine's like, execute Order 66. He's like, whoopsie daisy, Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'm gonna have to blow you off, your little dinosaur friend, and then shoots him. And then, sad times.
No, I have to disagree with you there because all of them they knew about that order. They were perfectly fine acting all friends. It's not at the point where they were friends and then they betrayed them.
Sad betrayal.
They were going to betray them regardless, like straight away from the beginning.
No, the clones didn't know it. The clones just do what they're told.
Exactly.
The
clones.
Yeah, they didn't know. They were. He was mates with a. No, because
for all they know,
yeah.
Order 66 could be kill any Jedi that's actually secretly a Sith.
Yeah, genuinely, in the franchise, some clones said, no, I actually like the Jedi. Captain Rex from the Clone Wars said, not for me, sir. And he ran away from the clones and created his own little section because he was like, no, I'm not betraying the Jedi.
Star Wars.
I think you'll know.
You could have said like Ben Kenobi or something.
Nah, fuck him.
There's so many betrayals in Star Wars. But anyway, go on, John. What's your
when Mace Windu tells Annie he can be on the council, but not a master.
Sad times.
Please break away from Star Wars, otherwise we're going to be here all night.
I mean, you asked for the best
you asked for betrayals, and Star Wars is basically...
Jack, what's going on?
Star Wars has some of the best betrayals in film.
It does.
You can't argue with that.
Biggest betrayal, George Lucas effing over Indiana Jones. That's a betrayal right there.
And Spielberg. Let's not just throw the blame on Lucas here.
So Frank Darabont, the writer of Shawshank and The Green Mile, possibly two of the greatest films ever made. Okay. Really good writer, and
He's not made much else that's decent though, has he?
He's made a few.
First season of Walking Dead.
But yeah, he wrote Indiana Jones 4, and Spielberg liked it, but then George Lucas was like, "Nah, I don't."
You know what it
don't
needs?
like this one.
Aliens.
Do you know what it needs? A kingdom of a crystal skull.
He read the script and was like, "Nah, I've got a better idea. Let's put a UFO in it. Let's go back to like aliens." And then Spielberg was like, "Well, I have to side with him because he's
what would you do if in the new West End story it just has aliens at the end?
If in the new what?
The new West End story that Steven Spielberg's making. Just aliens.
West Side Story.
You mean West Side Story?
You say potato, I say you're a twat.
Is it the West End?
See, that's your catchphrase.
Yeah.
My catchphrase is genius. Your catchphrase is that. Tom's catchphrase is just, I don't know, throwing something, screaming.
Tom's catchphrase is starting to talk in music. Constantly.
Whose go was it? Oh, it's Regal's go. Off you pop.
Is it?
Did you just go?
Mine was Mace Windu tells Annie that he can be on the council but not a master. It's a good one.
Annie.
No, Annie, no.
I've got a long old list.
I've got a good one. I'm going to skip you all out.
Wait. Here's an interesting one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got an iconic one that I'll save till last.
Iconic.
I've got so many good ones.
I'm going to outdo with the iconic. I've got a good one.
I bet we got the same iconic one.
I bet we've not.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one. Memento.
Ooh, he's mate.
Because he's
all the way through the film.
It. Memento. The story of Memento is
spoilers. Heavy spoilers for this entire film.
Please watch out.
Guy Pearce has an accident and he can no longer create new memories, so he can't remember anything. Yeah, he shit himself. The smell was so bad it knocked him out. His brain didn't work anymore and he couldn't make any memories. In the incident where he lost his memory function,
memories all alone in the
his missus was killed and raped.
Rest in peace.
So he tattoos everything on his body in order to remember it, like all the clues to try.
It's a really good film
to try and find the killer. It's Christopher Nolan's second film, written by Jonathan Nolan, and it's so he tattoos everything on his body. And there's a guy who's helping him find the killer. It's just his pal.
Guess what? You know where this is going with Betrayals, don't you?
He's friends the killer.
He's friends the killer.
And
spoilers.
He has him.
We said spoilers.
But so that's one of the big spoilers, that he's a betrayal in that way. But in the same sense that because he doesn't make any new memories, he's checked into multiple rooms in this hotel. So the hotel know that he's got this condition. So every time he turns up, they're like, "Oh, do you want to check in?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've not been here." They're like, "No." And so he's checked into about 5 rooms in this motel, paying for all of them.
Yeah, scumbags.
Yeah, so that's one big betrayal. But the main one is also the, and the woman in it also does the same thing where she she has an argument with him, so she's angry at him, and she's got a bruise on her face. So then she comes back in and she's like, "My boyfriend's been beating me up. Will you go deal with him?" And he's like, "All right, yeah." Oh
yeah, it's all betrayal in that film.
The
isn't
entire
it?
film is betrayals.
Terrible.
It's just because he can't remember.
They're all taking
advantage. Just take advantage of this disabled man.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's really horrible.
Yeah.
Well, how is he disabled?
He can't remember anything. He forgets everything. We'll not get off.
Okay, so off you pop.
I was gonna use my iconic one, but I just remembered.
Rest in peace. Good luck, Tom.
Hate you. I was gonna stop it. Right, I'm gonna leave my iconic one till last.
I'm gonna drive
mention
Tom to
a
suicide.
great one. Put it down. Put it down.
It's really good, like bedding music. That.
I'm gonna quit. No, Bennett in Commando, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Jenny. That is a big betrayal right there.
Why, Tom? Why? Explain.
Why? Okay, so Arnold Schwarzenegger is a commando, hence the name. And
what film?
all of his buddies from the squad.
Squid
not
Squad.
all of them.
What kind of squad?
Commando Squad, in it.
In what film?
In Commando. And he goes Commando.
So that was a good betrayal, Tom. Right, moving on.
No, basically, they kidnap his daughter, and two of his old buddies are on the bad guy's side, and he has to kill, I think, a president or somebody.
Well, we'd like the details.
I mean, I can't remember. I watched it so long ago.
The clock says 9:11. Okay, so moving on.
9/11.
So
George Bush.
George Bush, yes, kill George Bush. So I was gonna go for. Well, I've got a couple, but I'll say one for now, and we'll just move on. There's a film that's all about betrayal. No, you know what? I'm going to call it a big one. Goodfellas. The main character of Goodfellas, Henry Hill. At the end, spoilers, huge spoilers.
Come on.
He just rats out to the police. He goes, you know what? I've had enough of this life. Well, he doesn't. He gets arrested. And he goes, right, fine. I'll tell you all if I can be safe and go on witness protection. So he rats out all of his friends, everyone. True story. Rats out every single person he's ever known just to save his own skin. That's Goodfellas. That huge betrayal by the main protagonist of the film, the guy you like the most of all the characters. Rats out all of his buddies, and there's a point at the beginning of the film that says, "Never rat out your friends, Henry. Never do it," and he does. That's the film.
Damn Henry.
So I'll just spoil Goodfellas for you.
Ever since I could remember, I wanted to be.
I
a
always
host
wanted
of
to
the
be
room.
a gangster, host of the room. We should do that as a.
We've already done that.
Oh, we've already done it, lads. I was going to say that probably next week's, but forget that.
It is your go, Sean. Have you had some pre-workout or something like you look like you're fading?
What?
You look like you're fading.
He's just had 5 dart fruits.
Oh, that might do it.
I had 5 pints and a grilled
Jesus,
cheese.
5 dark fruits would set you back, wouldn't it?
5 pints and a grilled cheese.
I went for a
We've been in the pub for like 7 hours.
Went for a pint before. It cost me $3.45. I couldn't believe it.
We've had about 5 of them.
Outrageous. And they don't even have good selection. I had to have Stella.
What did you get? Stella? Yeah. That's what I've been drinking. Stella.
God, where's the cheap beers?
The
Where's
Carlin.
the Fosters?
They didn't have Carlin.
Where's the Carlsberg?
It was gum.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Anyway, Sean, where you going?
How about Looper?
Oh,
good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's all about betrayals.
But who's the betrayer?
You can
Everyone.
Himself, his younger self.
He betrays his younger self by trying to.
He kills him. Spoilers. He kills himself to stop Bruce.
His
older self killing a child.
But
So
Bruce
is
Willis
he-
is only
is
killing
he
that child because his
betraying
wife gets killed.
himself?
Yes,
But he is then also the reason why his wife get killed.
But does that child grow up to be the great TK master?
Yes, yeah, he does. His
Bruce
child
Willis
grows
does.
up to become the giant evil bad guy.
What does he
Yeah,
now
so-
if he's been shot? If he didn't get shot in the face by Bruce Willis?
But he wouldn't have been
He
shot
did.
in the face.
He still did at the end. It's just whether his mum died or not.
Oh, his mum did die.
Yeah, died in,
Excuse me.
so Bruce Willis came back to kill the kid, but he couldn't kill the kid, but he killed his mum. Kid then grew up to then kill all the contracts back in the past, which was then killing Bruce Willis's wife, which gives him the reason to go back in the past to then kill the kid to stop him from killing his wife.
Well, if
When
you've
you-
not
when
seen
you-
Looper, it's a
when you
very
put
good
it-
film. Go
When you
and
put it
watch
like that, Tom, it's very
Great
simple.
It's not. It's not.
Ryan Johnson, who's just directed The Last Jedi, go and watch it. It's a very good film.
Looper is a great film.
It is a
It
great
is a
film.
great film.
Very
You know
fun.
what else is a great film?
What?
I didn't have my list ready. Sorry.
Rigo's next betrayal film.
The Social Network.
Oh, his buddy, Facebook's buddy, Mark Wahlberg.
God, how dare
That one.
How dare the Zuckerberg?
The Zuck.
The big Zuck.
How dare he screw Eduardo Saverin out of a lot of money? It's not like that guy's already extremely rich.
Scumbag.
It's not like he already invested £200,000 when he was at university
Scumbag.
into the company. God.
He's rich now, though, and he's Mark Zuckerberg.
We can't even afford 345 pints.
Well, we can.
And he's complaining about being screwed out.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, basically, I chose that, but I wasn't sure because it's more of a real life betrayal than an on-screen betrayal. A bit like the Jesus Christ
adaptation.
An adaptation.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, but so is Goodfellas. It's real, it's true story, but you know, on-screen adaptation.
So yeah, I also had
well, we'll get to what you also had.
Honestly, my list is as long as my
Will to Live. All right. Tom, you'll go next.
It genuinely is.
Okay, right.
Jesus.
My iconic one, Alien.
Oh, Ash.
Yes. I'm going to use the first
Game
one.
over, man.
I'm not going to focus on the
That's Alien 2.
Wayland industry betrayal because it's
because they just betray everyone all the time.
Like,
I don't know why anyone. By the end of it, I don't know why anyone even works for them anymore. They're like every time they go out, they're like, "Oh, by the way, you're probably going to get eaten by xenomorphs."
But no, the first one was really good because like at first, like you have no clue what's going on. It's just weird. It happens out of nowhere.
But it does it because. Spoilers for Alien. Why have you not watched Alien?
Come on.
Basically, you wouldn't even think during Alien that there's something else going on.
No, you wouldn't even know what he is.
No,
so
you wouldn't even know he's an android. Yeah, by the way, he's an android.
Seen it,
he's a paedophile.
Spoilers.
He's an android, and at first you thought
he
was
has
just
white blood.
either a douchebag who was just not following protocol or following it to the extent of a weird fascination about aliens. But it turns out
his blood's made of milk,
and it is made out.
It is milk in it.
But like he ends up just attacking the main character.
However,
Ripley. But it's a malfunction, and you find out halfway through the attack, or afterwards, you find out something weird's going on. And then it turns out he actually is betraying them because he's working for the company who wants to bring back the alien alive, and the crew are expendable.
The problem is with this. However, is that every single Alien film / game / book from them
/ Predator because they ruined it
has decided that every single film needed an android that betrayed them. So that's all that happens anymore. It's like, hey, guess what? There's an android that's betrayed us. I'm like, oh wow, who'd have guessed?
The whole purpose of
it's happened 9 times now.
Wayland Industry wants this to happen. It's awful. They then moved it on to Predator.
It's all old guy piss.
I really don't know why.
I really
don't know
why. Quite allowing a police, Mary. Oh, he's just hit me.
What you want me, love?
Why they allowed Alien and Predator to be combined? Because
the
Predator
would
film
destroy
continued, but then it still had that horrible leech of Wayland Industry attached to it. And I mean, the remake of Predators was god awful.
Yeah, the one with the dogs and that.
Yeah, it was just really bad. And then they just again threw in it's Wayland Industry. But anyway, first ever one.
But anyway, as you were, lads.
Very good. Moving on to Jack.
What was that? Oh yeah. So I was gonna go for the
baby
big,
Jesus,
the big boy. The film all about betrayal. The main theme
Titanic.
all the way running through. The iceberg didn't betray that ship.
No, Rose did though.
Nah. Anyway, I was gonna go for The Departed. More of Scorsese. Clearly loves betrayals. The Departed is all about betrayal. It's Leonardo DiCaprio and
the Capri Sun, yes.
Leonardo da Vinci and Matt Damon as people.
Matt Burgers.
Matt Burgers. Both of them betraying each other, and basically it's an absolutely quality film. If you've not seen it, get off your bottom and go and watch the film.
Yeah, the entire last segment is about who can I betray the most.
Shaun, just stop being a businessman and watch some films. But yeah, no, it's all about film. It's all about betrayal. It's glorious.
I betray you, you betray me.
He betrays her, she betrays him. Rats at the end. Genius. Genius. Anyway, moving swiftly on to Shaun, who is clearly prepared for this situation at hand that we've got going on.
Green Streets.
Same.
Great film.
So
Elijah Wood, Charlie Brooker.
The whole film is based on a betrayal.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood is a US student, Sorry, Sean.
Us student. More like.
Elijah Wood has
Alright.
no knowledge of football.
Soccer in the US, I think you'll find.
Football.
Soccer.
Comes over somehow.
After being betrayed.
Because
his roommate lets him go down for drugs even though he did it.
Scumbag.
With the promise of a job.
So
Scumbag.
Betrayal 1 comes back, stays with his brother-in...
His brother-in-law and his missus.
Yeah.
No,
his sister and
a
brother-in-law.
fella.
Sounds really good. This you're really really making this film appeal.
Meets his brother-in-law's brother.
Yeah.
Ends up going to a football match. Football. And seeing
soccer.
West Ham play. And
Right. Big up Josh.
Big up the Bubbles.
Irons. Go on, Jordan Hugel.
Yeah.
Jordan Hugel.
So
I can't wait for the.
can't
wait for the bubbles. Come on, you guys.
So yeah, he ends up being in a firm, fighting other football hooligans.
Not any firm. The GSE, the Green Street Elite.
GSE. And it turns out his brother-in-law was one of the big dogs.
Was a big firm.
Head
The boss man.
honchos of the GSE.
Did he wear a poncho?
No, he
He
wore
was
a
a
parka.
poncho. He was the head honcho with a poncho.
And he wore a parka.
Was he Liam Gallagher?
No, he had a Stone Island thing though.
Basically, yeah.
So it turns out he betrayed one of the other
how did he
guys
betray
from the
him?
Millwall firm.
Yeah, basically the guy at the Millwall firm, and fuck Millwall. His son died during a West Ham Millwall game, and they blamed it on West Ham, but it was his own fault because he betrayed his duty as a father and let his son get involved in all that ruckus and died. So that's the first betrayal. Second betrayal of the film. The final betrayal of the film is Charlie Hunnam, who's
I love him.
He's the leader of the Green Street Elite.
Actual
now,
in love with
he's the brother of the brother-in-law. So to avoid confusion.
Charlie Hunnam was terrible in Guy Ritchie.
What a throw! Sorry, a woman just threw.
Breaking news: we have a live sport and
breaking news.
This isn't television, Tom.
No, but it is a sport.
Well, look at it go.
She throws like a girl.
Got an arm behind.
Whoa!
Got an arm.
Get to that gender-neutral toilet.
Back down.
She can't. Is she really struggling? What's
not
she throwing? A ping pong ball.
Somebody go out and show her how to do it.
Is she struggling? Hey! If she saw this, she would empty herself.
In the gender neutral toilet. So yeah,
sorry, as you were.
So
something football.
Because Elijah Wood is Charlie Hunnam's new best pal. Charlie Hunnam's original best pal decides he's going to switch to Millwall, and he fucks him over.
Who decides that midway through life?
Yeah,
it's not the way football works.
Yeah, so then they switch, and then they end up getting a ruckus because he drops information. The brother-in-law gets stabbed. Then they have a big fight at the end, and then Charlie Hunnam gets his head kicked in and dies.
Woo!
Charlie.
What happens in the second one?
Everyone dies.
One very minor side character who's a West Ham fan goes to prison for all of this, and he's a pilot. And then he comes out of prison, and whilst in prison,
he's a pilot.
Whilst in prison,
he flies to prison.
They have a inmate football game, and the winning team of this tournament gets early release.
What?
Wait, a minute! You're telling me the entire plot of the film is that they make prisoners play football to see who gets out first?
Is this Death Race, but like English?
No, it's like younger.
Who can score the most goals?
Longest yard. Longest yard is a betrayal. Longest yard is a betrayal. When that creepy, awkward-looking guy kills the old guy,
and the warden betrays his duty as a warden.
Happy Gilmore when the crocodile eats him.
He eats only his arm.
When the crocodile bites his arm. But Happy Gilmore pushes him out of a window.
It's all in the hips.
Anyway, I think it's Tom's girl. Which
I didn't get one. That was Sean's.
Oh, right, fair enough.
I mean, Josh just took over.
Just was swiftly Josh's film.
Law-abiding citizen Jared Butler was failed by the justice system. It was a betrayal of justice.
It's too deep for me. That move on.
Okay. Braveheart, because fuck Gregor.
Oh fuck you! That was my next one. Fucking Robert the Bruce, the massive bellend.
Language.
No,
he's a national hero in Scotland.
He is, but Robert the Bruce mugged him right off. He'd have been right, genuinely right. Have you seen Braveheart, Tom?
Yeah.
Right.
Sean, have you seen Braveheart?
Spoiler alert.
I mean, right. Sean kind of sure.
Mel Gibson's actually Australian, not Scottish.
Just if Robert the Bruce hadn't got William Wallace killed, right? Did have been fine. They're fine anyway, but that's not the point. William Wallace would have been fine, and William Wallace was the guy. He was the man.
He would lift his kilt and show you his.
He'd have lifted his kilt and he'd have gone, you know what?
Stick it in here.
Haggis, and basically it'd have been fine. But no. What a betrayal! That was my next one. I don't know what that is. Zooming in. Let me enhance.
I'll put a song on whilst.
Right, song on, lads. Is it one we know?
He was born.
I'm so on.
A Fool for Love.
Go on, Tom. He was just a straight up fool.
I don't think anybody's got this film yet. I think anyone listening has not got this film yet.
I got messaged asking if it was Guardians.
Well, you're wrong. Why would you even guess that? They clearly have not seen Guardians because.
Well, they heard.
Other than the Ooga Chaka, which is a stupid excuse. We've already played Guardians. You absolute newcomers. The last two songs you'll get it off, but you won't get it until then.
I'm going to go with the biggest betrayal of them all.
Every betrayal is the biggest betrayal of them all. We've decided.
Not quite like this one.
If they want to.
Well, Rigo clearly doesn't care.
What did you say, sorry?
The Lion King, Scar.
Oh. The circle of life.
I think I've got a hole in my throat from singing too loud in my car. Genuinely. The other day I felt something going off. It's like I got an ulcer, but it's much worse.
A hole.
Sorry. What are you saying, Tom?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lion King.
Oh, wow.
With Scar. You all have seen Lion King.
I've not watched Lion King. Never heard of it.
Spoilers, come on, I haven't seen it.
I've never cried so hard.
You pussy.
Who's playing Scar in the
Simba.
live action?
It's not even sad.
It's the same guy.
It is Simba trying to wake up his dad when he's dead.
Well, he's just been trampled by wildebeest and thrown off a cliff. Of course he's dead.
I know.
Do you know what's sadder? Boba Fett picking up Jango Fett's head. Not having it.
No.
Did you see Simba and young Simba singing at the Grammys? No, okay. Donald Glover sang with the guy that's playing young Simba in one of the songs at the Grammys, and they both sound
Hakuna Matata.
So
the only thing I've seen recently is the guy who plays Black Panther looking absolutely miserable getting out of the car. Turns up to like.
How happy do you usually look getting out of a car?
I mean, if I'm getting out of a car, I'm a movie star. I've got a load of fans wanting to take my picture and being like, "You're amazing." I'd be like, I feel pretty good.
Think how often he's done that, like in the last week leading up to the Black Panther premiere, Tom.
That's the life he chose.
You're such a knobhead.
No.
What were you saying?
He's saying that I forgot his name. The guy that's Black Panther in the new Black Panther film. The only thing Tom's seen is him looking miserable getting out of the car.
This is at the red carpet, by the way. It's not just him randomly getting out of a car.
I saw him happy.
Tom was saying that
maybe he stood in dog shit.
or it maybe takes like 3 seconds to get out of a car. That picture was taken in.
Maybe
no. This is a video of him literally getting.
You
up
said
car,
picture.
Standing.
You said
looking
picture.
Around being like,
maybe he pulled his groin. Maybe he turned up to the wrong place and he was confused.
Look, all I heard was it's a great film. That's all I heard, man.
I just like to watch you guys.
Awkward. What were you saying? Yeah, but anyway, Scar's a prick. Go on, Jack.
Go on, Jack.
He is, as you were. So I'm moving on. Kill Bill. Oh, as Rigo tweeted the other day, somebody whistling Kill Bill behind him.
That was so scary.
Yeah, I'd be terrified.
And
if I heard Kill Bill whistle behind me, I'd be turn around with my samurai sword and I'd be heading someone.
Timed, like, wasn't a break in it. It was like very well whistled.
Because I read the tweet whilst I was sat in the toilet and I just started whistling to myself.
I seen the first Kill Bill on holiday in Tenerife when everybody else was in bed, and I seen it and I was like, this seems okay. Started watching it and I got cut out. I was like, oh, okay. I was like 9.
They didn't get cut out, it gets pulled out.
Pulled out, whatever. Yeah. I thought it was sick. I was like 9.
Film.
I was like, it's
an absolutely great film.
However,
Kill Bill, the whole plot of Kill Bill 1 and 2, again, spoilers if you've not seen it, catch you up.
Oh, come on, Jack.
The whole point of it is that Bride, Uma Thurman, is betrayed by Bill and shot, and her husband is shot and all her friends are shot at her wedding because she left this exclusive club of murderers. So they're all betrayed, and I'll get killed. Great film. Not Tarantino's best. I'd say it's Tarantino's like 4th, 5th best film. He's made what, like 7 films? I'd say it's like his 4th or 5th best. No, he's not. 8?
Yeah, the Hateful Eight is literally the 8th
film.
And it was released on the 8th.
Well, I'd say it's like his 4th or 5th best film. Kill Bill 2 is better than 1, I think, and then that's like his 5th best. So Kill Bill, I don't know. I'd say in order it's like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, Inglourious, and like Hateful Eight. Jackie Brown's is the worst in my opinion.
Never heard of it.
Oh no, but then there's what's it called? Death Proof.
All I've heard is that that's quite boring.
I don't like Jackie Brown. I don't rate it. De Niro's good in it, but I've not. Death Proof's the only one I've not seen. I didn't like Jackie Brown. I watched it because I was like, you know what? I've watched every other Tarantino film. Why have I not watched these two? So I might as well watch Death Proof and Jackie Brown. And Death Proof isn't anywhere, so I've not seen it yet. I watched Death Race though with Jason Statham.
Oh, that's a betrayal there.
Death Race is a great film.
It's a great film. Films so bad they're good. Next week, boys, tune in.
Sean, go on. Another betrayal.
Sean went out of Betrayals about 47 minutes ago.
I will Step Up 2. Yeah, I'll just take
what happens in Step Up 2?
I feel like there's a betrayal, but I can't tell you. I'm trying to find one.
What about Step Up 1? That terrible dancing film that nobody's ever watched.
It's an okay film.
Yeah, no, Step Up 1.
Step Up 1's pretty good. Channing Tatum's breakout film.
Nobody thinks this.
Nah, mate.
Step Up 2, pretty good film. Step Up 3 took it too far.
Who likes it?
What about this one? Biggest betrayal? Jurassic Park. One fat guy plays it all, ruins it all. Exactly. Get Samuel Jackson killed again.
You guys, Jurassic World as well.
That's not even. No, don't even class that as part of the franchise. It was a biggest.
It was a good. I ain't gone a minute. It was better. Film. It's better than Lost World.
I think it's a good film.
Flipping 3.
Nah. Having Chris Pratt go, "You're my boy, Blue," and then
but have you seen the trailer for the new one? How bad
it looks terrible. It's just a bunch of like 4 people stood in the middle of this field with a volcano exploding. And they're like, "We must wait for Chris Pratt to come back." And then Chris Pratt comes back, and goes, "Run!" It's like, "Oh yeah, shit, better run." It's awful.
I thought Jurassic World was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good. This film's good.
I feel like this new one could be good. I mean, the second Jurassic Park wasn't very good.
No, Lost World is bad, and that's Spielberg, and that is a poor film. It's better than Lost World. It's not. It's better. Lost World is. It's like what's he got that Spinosaurus?
I'd happily watch Jurassic World again. I would
over Lost World. Yeah, I agree.
If they said put a film on, I wouldn't choose Jurassic World.
I mean, if you had to pick any, you'd pick one, but that's not a point.
No, yeah.
You'd pick whatever the new one was. What was the new one called? Jurassic World over the Lost World, and then 3. I genuinely don't even know what happened in 3.
Yeah, I can tell you what happened.
What happened in 3?
I'm gonna be able to tell you. Okay, so basically, there's a kid who is goes paragliding. With
is that the one where Jeff Goldblum come back?
No.
No, is that second?
No, that's the next one.
No, basically, this kid goes missing after like going like paragliding or whatever like that on this island around.
Is it Jurassic Island?
Yes, and then.
I have seen it.
What's his face? Just terrible. Dr. Grant gets tricked into going to the island.
I knew it. He has him back in it. Yeah.
And then he's like, "No, we don't want to land." What's his name? Gets knocked out. Wakes up. And he's like on the island. Doesn't play. He's like, "Why the hell are we land?" And then they get attacked by dinosaurs, and then it's like their way of
dinosaurs
getting.
Have you got Jurassic Park down?
Yeah,
I got it down because of the fat guy with the spray.
Then we got into the conversation that Jurassic World is better than Lost World.
Jurassic World is terrible.
Yeah.
See? Wait, are you saying no? It's not.
I'm saying Jurassic
World is
better than Jurassic.
No, other way around. No.
Jurassic World is
me and Sean are against you.
No shit.
Nah.
It's just a guy going, let's send dinosaurs to go fight the Taliban.
And he's so boring in that film.
Chris Pratt's acting in it is
I don't think it's a perfect film or a great film. It's a good film.
No, it's not. It's just awful. I hated all of it. This is terrible.
For me, like, it showed too much dinosaur, but also it's an enjoyable film. I could sit and watch it again.
It's just, right, the thing is, this is what I said to my friend. I was like, why the
hell
don't have any friends. Go from making Don't.
Guess the song, guess the
Why
film.
How did they go from like having velociraptors terrifying and then shut up?
Please, a word Tom just didn't use to his girlfriend when asking to pick him up.
When asking for her to not beat him tonight.
In the news! Black History Month.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's February finally. Took its time, didn't it?
Is there a White History Month?
No. Every month is White History Month.
Every day of every month of every year
is White History Month.
Say what you want, I'm a manist.
A manist?
A menist.
Is that not the main character of Ice Age?
What? That's Manny.
Right.
In the news! Logan Paul's been on this morning talking about his video.
Oh, we started out with nothing. Oh, it stopped.
Right.
Did anybody actually watch his comeback video?
Yeah, I watched it.
It was so terrible.
I didn't watch any of his videos before.
I'll interview two people, but then I'll spend the whole film
washing my hands,
sitting on a bench. It's all about me.
I avoided all the videos.
I know, but like he was like, "Oh, let's try and raise awareness."
The channel's named after
depression.
Like the whole channel is a reality show about him. So like it's just a massive PR move at this point. Like you can tell everything that he's doing. But I'll admit, I watched his videos because
You scumbag!
Nah, like...
Oi, he's a maverick.
I'm a maverick. I'm Logan for life. No,
Respect.
I didn't watch him, like, religiously. But he done entertaining shit. And I'm not defending him. He is a dumbass, and you watch him and you don't think, fuck, you're cool. You're just like, he's entertaining. But it's the same way you watch Jackass. Jackass, they done some dumbass...
funnier.
Yeah.
No, right, the word.
I'm pretty sure they don't film a dead body and laugh about it.
That's one... I'm not talking about that, Tom. I'm saying, like, his whole general
Tom, I've got a
thing of
catchphrase
work.
you can have.
Go for it.
Health, happiness, and hella bitches.
Woo!
How about depressing
Respect.
is no joke? Suicide is no joke?
Charlotte isn't listening anymore.
I'm saying, like, I'm not defending the suicide thing, taking suicide thing off the table.
Yeah.
He is an arrogant piece of shit, same way Jackass were in their earlier TV show. And that's why I watched him. I found him entertaining. I seen that video when it first got uploaded, and I watched it, and I was like, this is weird. Like, why?
This is Major Tom.
And he carried on filming. I remember him walking up to the body with the camera and saying he's still got stuff in his pocket.
Yeah, no,
like
legit.
he's just. And I was like, why are you still here? And I remember texting my girlfriend. I was like, why? He's just done this. Like, why has he done it? And then I showed my girlfriend it the next day, and she was like, this is just weird. And then it all kicked off. Like after that, and I said to her, like, after this, he's gonna come back like stronger than ever. Nothing's gonna happen because he hasn't lost subscribers since he uploaded that video.
Just gained.
He
slowly
gained.
It's got 600 likes on it, isn't it? 600,000 likes.
Well, that video's down now.
But it did have.
It had to. It was up for 3 or 4 days before anyone noticed. Then Twitter got a hold of it, and then it spiraled from there. But the YouTube community as a whole, his channel isn't the community. His channel is a lot of kids. Because you go on his tweets now, you go on any of the tweets about him, the kids that are on there are dumb. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm here for you no matter what. Like, whenever anyone says, I will support you, Logan, it's like, you don't understand the consequences of what he's done. Like, he has done some horrible shit and he deserves consequences.
Well, I knew plenty of kids like that in my school who, like, made fan accounts for bands and stuff, and then a band did something wrong and they were like, well, I don't care because they make music I like. I'm like,
it's essentially
they've
that.
Just killed a man.
But with him,
it's like, I don't care. I still like Kevin Spacey. He took kids well.
No, Kevin Spacey's defence, he's got great gaydar.
On that note,
I still rate him.
we shall wrap this up.
Godfather 2 has got the best portrayal of all time.
There you go. There's the answer.
We've done that.
Right. We're wrapping this up. We're not leaving yet.
Say goodbye to everybody.
We're still going to play the best song.
The podcast viewers,
film.
thank you for listening. Thank you for the 21 people who watched last week's video. Best title, yeah.
At least one of them
was
me.
You know, we are not going to film a dead body.
It's the Room pod. Yeah, the Room Pulse Media. No, what's it called? The Room Podcast. #23.
A name
Oscar noms brackets. Applesauce bitch.
Did we talk Oscar noms?
This was last week.
I mean, you didn't.
Last week's title.
You weren't invited, Sean.
Applesauce bitch.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
It was a quote from Tom, I think.
I thought it was you.
What was the quote?
I don't know. Something about bumming.
Yeah, you just said it was the film about bumming and just mention that every 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes, like 1 minute.
Was a film about
every
bumming.
1 minute.
Every 1 minute.
And women. We talked about
120 times.
This week's been like very on topic. We've hardly had, apart from Tom's few rage moments where.
Tom just going off on one like he always does. Mute him. Just mute him.
So goodbye from me. Goodbye from Jack.
See you later, lads.
Goodbye from Sean.
Bye.
Goodbye from me.